My first exposure to it was probably half a dozen years ago. The person who came up with the concept because of watching VJ swing this leaded, heavy pipe scenario. But he wanted to be able to change the weights, so he came up with a version that was adjustable, and that was great. And then through some involvement from myself, where I was doing some research just to become a better instructor and get to know more and more, especially because I have a lot of high-level players, college, etc. I took some seminars, got a lot more understanding of the biomechanics relationship and human physiology, not just with golf, but the way the body simply functions. And the overload-underload principle has been applied to, baseball and running, whether it's hitting a ball, throwing a ball, running itself. And it's been on the tour for half a dozen years now. They've been working with this concept, and now the public can do it with this very simple product that's easily accessible, easy to use. It's about as simple as it gets. From an instructor's perspective, and you will get this answer from every instructor you ever talk to, what are the two things that people ask you for the most? I want to hit it farther, and I want to be more consistent. They always say farther first. Always. They'd probably be better off being more consistent, but they want farther. But if you look at the guys on the tour, far is where it's at. The longest guys aren't always the best, but they have a different potential in that they can have less club to the green, and for a recreational golfer, it's even more important because they lack speed in their golf swing. The best players in the world, you look at the shorter guys on tour, comparatively, they have huge speed compared to the average guy. Compared to the big names on tour, the big speed, sure, they might be down 25 yards, but compared to the recreational golfer, they're up 50 yards. So the recreational golfer wants that speed, and they need it. And now they can very easily achieve some greater result than they've had in the past just through a simple training program. In actuality, when it comes to the heavy training relationships, and a lot of products out there are heavy, I saw some experimenting, some testing done, and it was quite interesting how they first started with baseball, and the old premise of the guy in the on-deck circle puts that weighted donut on the bat, or he takes two bats out there to start swinging, because the feeling, and unfortunately feel's not always real, and this test kind of proved it, is that they felt when they went to the plate, they were swinging that single bat faster. In actuality, it was a perception it was going faster because they just were swinging something slower. But with testing, they have actually measured the bat speed and the ball speed off the bat and how far the ball was going. What they found was that the bat speed actually reduced by a mile or two an hour, but more importantly, their center ball, center bat contact was significantly jeopardized, and therefore the ball didn't go as far. And then they took that and they applied it to the golf relationship. They used a couple of club professionals, so kind of a better speed, but not an outrageously high club head speed. And they did the same thing. They had them take a couple 7-irons or a couple of clubs together, swing that. You see these guys in the first tee, they're doing their warm-up, haven't got time to hit some balls, so we'll just take a couple golf clubs, swing them, get ourselves loosened up, grab our driver, which now weighs 1/3 of that combined weight, and they try to swing it. And they feel it's going faster, but it's actually going slower. But more importantly, they lose their awareness of how to orient the club face, and even though they might have felt like it's going faster, with poor club face contact, their ball speed goes through the floor and their distance is jeopardized. For years, everyone's like, oh, how fast is your club head going? And the club head speed is important, but what we're looking for is ball speed, which means if we can maximize our ball speed off of our club head speed, it means your club face orientation is good, your club contact is good, and that's critical. And the Swingnature helps people with that because of the two-tone relationship with the two colors. It helps them become aware of getting that club face realigned, and then with the overload-underload principle where they can add weight to make their muscles stronger in the heavy mode, build some strength in the muscle, and then go to the normal golf club, take some swings with it, and then in a different phase, they're going to go to the light mode, which helps activate fast-twitch muscle fibers. They now learn to build speed. So the muscle gets stronger, learns to go faster, gets stronger, learns to go faster. It has to be done together. You can't do one or the other. Most training products are overload, 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 and they help people they help golfers get slower, slower, slower. For me personally, from a professional perspective when it comes to instruction, the Swingnature is great because one of the challenges an instructor has is when he's explaining or discussing with the client, do you understand what I'm saying? They can say yes. But more importantly in golf, they need to understand or they need to feel the relationship that equates to the thought. And if I can see them swinging this product with the two-tone relationship working, I know that they're going through the training process with the overload underload, they have to be feeling what they need to be feeling, and therefore their body's learning. to say, oh yeah, I feel what you're talking about, there's no way of knowing if they feel what I'm talking about, because I can't jump inside their body and know if they're feeling it. But if I see this product going through the relationships it needs to go through, they must be feeling what they need to feel. They will feel forearm rotation, which most people suffer. They lack that. That's why most people slice the ball. They have poor forearm rotation. It helps them with that. So from an instructor perspective, I know if I see them using this product properly, they have to be developing the feel that they should be developing to play golf. It's that simple. It covers so many bases. It does a whole collection of things. And to me, versatility in a training product is a fantastic item, fantastic component to have to it. If it can work with your grip relationship, critical. If it can work with club face, critical. If it can help you with swing path, forearm rotation, and also develop speed, I mean, how much more do you need from a golf product?